Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Nearly Senior Citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls. And you can't really see it because it's so low, but inside of this pocket is a little wiggly thing. You can see it moving. You can see a little bit of a face there. It's a hamster. It's little Saber / Cream of the band, Cookies and Cream. There we go. Put your feet on my hand so that you don't freak out. Hamsters and other small critters, if their feet aren't touching things, that they freak out about that, and I don't blame them. They are ground creatures, burrowing creatures, so when their feet don't touch the ground, they don't know what's going on. So I try to make sure their feet touch the ground, or at least my hand, for their ground, as much as possible. Now she wants to jump, but come on, you little sweetie, jumping is a bad idea. You don't want to get hurt. So I'm going to put her back in her cage. Which is right here next to me, her bin cage. There we go, you little sweetie. Now she's just sitting there wondering what the heck happened. Definitely a thumbs up. Next time, tomorrow, I'll be bringing out a bug just flew onto my wall back there. Sorry, caught my attention. But I'll be bringing out Dr. Snurf / Cookie of Cookies and Cream. They are a 2-hamster band in the fiction of the hamster verse there. So it's a good thing. All my hamsters are doing well. Boogle is still alive and doing really well. I mean, she doesn't do a lot. She's not going to survive this. There's something going else on. Something going else on. There's something else going on that is more than just her wet tail, because her tummy is kind of bloated. But the rest of her is thin because of her advancing age. So she probably has an internal tumor or cyst. There's 2 types of cysts and tumors that hamsters can get: inside of the abdominal wall and outside of the abdominal wall. If the hamsters get a tumor on the outside of their abdominal wall, they're okay. It grows and it can get big, and they've got to drag it around on the outside of their body, and they're wondering what the heck's going on, but they can at least survive that. If they have a tumor on the inside of their abdominal wall, they're gonna die. There's no room. That tumor is going to be expanding on the inside of their body, and there's no room for it on the inside, and so their innards get squished, and then they die. It eventually kills them from the inside. Just no room for their organs anymore. And it's sad, and I think that's going on with little Boogle. She's very active for what the situation is. She doesn't just sit. She's not just laying there and dying. She's running all around in her cage. She eats. She dashes over to her water bottle, of which I had the treatment in, and she just drinks that. She loves the treatment water, so good. But I think because of her age, and I think it's because of the inside the abdominal wall tumor, I don't think she's much longer for us. I'm going to keep giving her the treatment. I'm going to keep giving her food. I'm going to do my best to make her happy. But there's not a lot I can do. So I'm going to do what I can. Mama Squeak is still running around. You've seen her, and that's a good thing. And poor Charvy, it's some kind of skin condition. It has to be, because he's still losing parts of his fur, and it gets red right on the edge. So it has to be a skin condition. But I don't know. I can't find what the symptom. When I Googled the symptoms of what he has, I can't find it clicked onto any one particular thing. So I don't know. It could be a glandular problem. It could be his endocrine system. I mean, if something goes wrong with your pancreas or your liver or such, it affects the entirety of your body. It just needs a little bit of your biochemistry to go wrong, and it affects your entire body. So it could be an endocrine thing. He could be diabetic. And it's just, that's happening. I don't know. Could be a skin condition. could be a glandular condition. It's hard to say. I keep trying to find answers, but there's so much it could be. That means there's a whole bunch that it actually isn't. So, he's happy. He's super active. He's really curious. Every time I even go near his cage, he runs over and he's up on his feet looking up at me. And if I put my hand down in there, he just rushes up and he puts his little feet on my fingers and he sniffs. And if I put my hand down further, he just climbs up into my hand. So he's super active. He's always running around. He's doing stuff in his wheel. Whatever is affecting his fur and his skin isn't hurting him other than his fur coming off. So I try not to stress him out, which is why I don't bring him out all that often. So that's, I forgot his name already. Isn't that special? Charvy with his fur, and I don't want to stress him out. Mama Squeak with her advanced age, and I don't want to stress her out. And then Boogle, who because of her health and being stressed out is sick. I don't want to stress her out even worse. She's just barely hanging on with her immune system as it is. So as much as I want to bring her out and show people that she's still here, her eyes are still glopped. They'll unglop and then she'll be able to see out of one or the other, and then they'll both be fine, and then the next day she's glopped up again. So she's fighting. If I could, I'd take her into a vet, but likely the answer would be, best thing to do would be to put her down, and then that's like $500-600 to have my hamster put down. So, yay. Life is life. It's a good thing though. I mean, life is life. You can't get away from that. Life is life, and life involves death. It wouldn't be life without death. Thumbs up. Now, speaking of death, finally, I've got a story to begin my fiction podcast. I wrote a short last night. I was talking with some people and reading tweets, and I was talking with Brian Glenn, and then I popped over my short story, my short, really, really short, over so he could read it, and he was amazed that it was I that did it, so thumbs up on that. Thank you. So, cool. Very, very good. But people get inspiration from many things, and in fact, a lot of inspiration for writers is other writers. You just get an idea, and then it's your twist on that particular idea. My inspiration for this little short was a guy had a tweet that was the 9 rules for dating my daughter. You know, so you will get her back by this time, and you will do this. But then halfway through the list is, I don't have a daughter, and I'm going to her room. I'm opening the door. Rule 8, oh God, teeth. Rule 9, run. So I like that tweet. I like subversion of expectations. I like horror. I like catch you by surprise. So I've got a short, and I'm going to have a fiction podcast today where I'm just going to read the story, and that'll be good. I am hoping that if we have other people out there that like to write, send me your stories, and then I can read them on the podcast as well. You will be properly accredited, of course. I am not a thief, so thumbs up. But I'm planning on doing that. It's a good thing. My writing inspiration has been coming back. I had a fire in my belly when I was younger. Oh, excuse me. I had to wash my methadone down with some carbonated beverage. I'll be back to the methadone thing if I remember. But I had the fire in my belly hard when I was younger. I had a manual typewriter. I wrote every day, just page upon page upon page upon page. Sometimes a full page, sometimes just a paragraph. If it wasn't going well, just zip, bring it out, put in the next one, and go. I've had the fire in my belly for ages, and then my drinking started to put that fire out. because you need more room for drinking and less room for other things. So I just kept pouring alcohol onto the fire until after a couple decades and in my 30s, I wasn't really writing anymore, and the fire was largely buried. And so it's just been ashes with a few embers still glowing weakly inside there. But I have been talking with people online, some writers, columnists, such like that, and my fire to write has been coming back. All the ashes have been swept out of the ashes. All the ashes have been swept out of the chamber of the fireplace. The embers have been carefully tended. New fuel, new tinder has been put in. It's not raging yet, but the fire is burning. And I've started that short. I've got a couple other things I'm still working on. Thumbs up. My big problem right now is the fibro and just having not a whole ton of spoons, because it takes a lot of spoons to write. You got to remember, your head up here takes a lot of energy. Your brain inside of your skull uses up 25 to 33% of all the energy that comes into your body just to run your brain. So and that's just at your default, not even doing much beyond just watching TV and existing. And it does that. You think, you really work, you stretch your brain and start thinking and writing and doing stuff, you're burning up a hell of a lot of energy. You can use literally up to half of the calories your body has taken in just to feed a good brainstorm. Thumbs up. But I'm going to hopefully be continuing to push and write, and that's a good thing. I've never been a paid published writer. I have been published in paper and online through various years throughout my life. So I have been published, I've just never been paid for being a writer. So cool. Maybe one day I'm actually going to be a paid published writer. Thumbs up for that. I can't remember if I've ever shown it, but back when I was in my teens and going to science fiction conventions, I actually did a science fiction zine. And I had a mimeograph machine with a whole bunch of the stencils, which is what you had to type on, literally type on a plastic thing that you'd roll into your manual typewriter. And if you wanted to put pictures in, you had to carefully snip out the area, cut out the other place, glue it on, and then put it onto your printer, and then the ink would squish through your stencil onto your paper. And I would print up a couple hundred of those things and then go to science fiction conventions and give them off there. And I actually had a science fiction writer, MacLeod, whom I'd met at a convention. He died like decades ago, but he was a good big writer. And he befriended me and I befriended him, and we talked, and he sent me a story to put into my zine back then. So I did stuff. There's a mosquito in here. I have a couple mosquito bites already, and I'm probably going to have a couple more now because I've got my bare arms and I'm wearing my jorts right now. My jean shorts, where we just cut off the pant legs. So not really jean shorts, but it's summertime, so. But yeah. So I've been a writer my whole life, and I've done writing things, and for a while I had run an amateur press association, which is where people write up their own zines, send it into a central mailer. The central mailer puts it into a book, sends out copies to all the members of it. Everybody gets their book, however often you come out with this thing. The one that I ran came out with 8 issues a year, and so 8 times a year you'd get your stuff together, mail it into the central mailer. He would get it together, I'd staple it together, mail it out to all the members. And what you do is you produced your own stuff, and then you would do what was known as Ego Boo, where you commented on everything that everybody else did. So it's kind of like being online, except in print. Thumbs up for that. Well, hey, I have a game channel. If you wanted to check that out, it would be pretty cool. If you like watching older people play video games, that would be awesome. If it could be monetized, that would be cool. We don't have to get it monetized. Whether it's monetized or not, I'm still going to make videos. So as long as you enjoy them, it's a good thing. But if I could get them monetized, that'd be awesome. Don't feel obligated. I don't feel entitled. But thank you very much. Ugh. Good old pollen. I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab, and I'm going to thank 20 to 25 people. It is a range because even though I count in American Sign Language on the fingers on my left hand here, I got fibro and more. I'm lucky I remember my own name. If I mispronounce our username, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker. We're not really wonderful at pronouncing things, so... And I'm not reading the comments right now. I'm going to read them afterward, answer as many as I can, thumbs up each one I read, but for right now I'm just thanking you for having left a comment. So, let me call up my Chrome and I will begin. Ah, bloody mosquito. I don't want to get bit. It doesn't care. We have, I don't know how to pronounce it, Fairskov, Fejrskov. Thank you very, very much. And Carolyn Grinberg, greatly appreciated. Egg. Thank you very, very much. 12 Gauge, greatly appreciated. Isaac Wah, thumbs up. And then we have June Wu, greatly appreciated. And Ice Damon, always good to see you in the comments. And we have Grace Hua, thank you very, very much. And Tong Emily, thumbs up and thank you. We have Deplorable Snowflake, how about that? And Tundra Keeper, always good to see you in the comments. Jacob Hammonds, thumbs up and thank you. Julia Kesey, thank you. And then we have Pizza Time Fanatic. Heck of a name. Thumbs up. Thank you. Michael Mathers. Greatly appreciated. And then I don't know how to pronounce the Asian letters. Linton. Greatly appreciated. And Toxic Art. Thumbs up and thank you. Dylan Megawab. I sure hope I'm close. Thank you very, very much. Fabii. Fabii. Thumbs up and thank you. Fun Chow. Greatly appreciated. Official Aaron, as opposed to the unofficial Aaron. Watch out. And Project Peasy, thumbs up and thank you. Toe Eater, eat those toes. I said that yesterday. Now I said it again. Excenter, EXENTR, thumbs up and thank you. And last but not least, Yu Lo. Thank you very, very much. Each and every one of you. As stated, you get me out of my head, into the world, dealing with real people, a very good thing. So remember, whether it was a good comment, a bad comment, and a different comment, thank you for having left a comment. It is greatly appreciated. Also have various links down below if you could check those out. I have Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com, Google+. If you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron, that would be very, very cool. Greatly appreciated. But if you cannot donate or you simply do not donate, I do take all good wishes. I deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest, so thank you very much. And of course, if you could toss me a like, I do appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence. Definitely a good thing. If you could subscribe to the channel, that would be cool. I would understand if you don't want to. But if you are down with it, I will do my best to keep you entertained from now until the literal end of time. I talk with my hands. I say this a lot, but it's true. If I couldn't talk with my hands, I'd go insane. I feel claustrophobic when my hands don't move when I'm talking. I don't know if it's because of the, my first of the day. I don't know if it's because I have a lot of Scottish or Italian or Caribbean in my lineage. Probably the Scottish part, since I know that my grandparents on my mother's side came from Scotland, immigrated to the United States through Canada, so very good there. At least I know 25% of my background. Do I want to know more? No. Do I care about where my grandparents came from in Scotland? No. Do I want to know? No. No. I'm happy knowing what I know. We're good. Don't need to know anymore. It's like if somebody said, but I can tell you more. It's like, now you're going to irritate me. You know, and I'm going to lose what little interest I already have. I'm fine knowing what I know. Mostly that's towards my sister. She's a very devout Mormon. So she's very into backgrounds and getting your family history and all. Since after all, one of the big things is making sure that they baptize the dead. That's a big a big Mormon thing, baptizing the dead. Anyway, though, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and that, my friend, is a very good thing. I've got stuff coming up today, so it's a very good thing. You take care.